Hello and welcome to the Flatirons Disc Golf Course. For today's round, we'll be playing the East Course. In general, you should remember that we are ambassadors of disc golf and think of anything that you do as something that you'd like to see on video at some point. These rules generally translate to no smoking, no outside alcoholic beverages, no trespassing, no swimming, wading, or fishing in any of the ponds, and make sure that you use the available bathrooms instead of a nearby tree. Also, all greens, concrete cart paths, and water are out of bounds, and all sand traps are played as a hazard. For out of bounds, if a disc lands out of bounds, the group decides where it was last in bounds, and the player takes their next throw from that spot with a distance of up to 1 meter relief off of the out of bounds line. For hazards, anywhere there's a hazard on the course, you just simply add a stroke to your score and play the disc where it lies. So, the course begins just east of the clubhouse. There are gold and blue tees marked on the course map. In instances where there's only one tee, gold and blue play from the same location. The first thing to note is that on hole 2, the sand trap here plays as a hazard. On hole 3, the cart path and beyond are OB. This cart path right here that's on the other side of which is Forest tee pad. For hole number 4, water is out of bounds and the cart path and left are also out of bounds. So that's this cart path here heading towards hole 5. Remember to take the cart paths whenever possible to avoid damaging the grass, although it's unlikely that we'll have carts today. So for hole 5, the natural grass that's to the left of the cart path, the thicker grass over here, that's played as a hazard. The cart path itself is OB, directly on the cart path, and the water is also out of bounds. For hole number 6, there is a mandatory. You need to throw to the right of the marked tree, and the residence yards are out of bounds. If you miss the mandatory by going past the tree on the left-hand side, then the drop zone, and this is true for the rest of the mandos, the drop zone is at the tree that marks the mando that you missed. And so then for hole number 7, we're not using the alternative island. The cart path and beyond are out of bounds. That's this cart path here that's over towards where the water is and where hole 13 is. For hole number 8, the cart path and beyond are out of bounds. That's this cart path right here. For hole number 9, there are a few mandatories, so you need to go between the two mandatory trees that are closest to the tee, and then you need to go to the left of the final mandatory there. And if you miss the first mandatory, then the drop zone is at the blue tee, and if you miss the second mandatory, there's an orange marker that illustrates where the drop zone is. For hole number 10, there is a double mandatory, so again you have to throw between two marked trees. If either is missed, then you play from the drop zone with a penalty, and the drop zone is in between the mandatories. For hole number 11, there's you have to go to the left of the white poplar on the right of the next to the water on the right of the fairway. For hole number 12, the cart path and to the right is out of bounds, and if you throw in the water from the gold tee, you proceed to the blue tee, which is next to the water, as the drop zone with a penalty. And for hole number 13, the cart path and to the right is out of bounds. For hole number 15, the left shoreline is out of bounds, so you don't want to go all the way over the pond on the left side over near where 13's tee or 12's basket is. That side of the lake there is out of bounds. And for hole number 16, the right side of the shoreline is out of bounds. If you throw in the water from the gold tee, again, here you would proceed to the blue tee as the drop zone with a penalty. And for hole number 18, the right side of the shoreline is out of bounds, and if you throw from into the water or right of the shoreline from the gold tee, you proceed to the blue tee as a drop zone with a penalty. And if there are any questions about any of these rules, the group is advised to make their best decision that they can, but then also potentially throw a provisional shot and ask the tournament director for a ruling later on. So thank you for playing.